The top of the line mountaineering and alpine expedition pack from Gregory, the Denali 75, has a load of mountain-friendly features, a heavy-duty suspension system, and an overall design that caters to those serious alpine adventurers. The Denali 75 carries weight so well because it's equipped with Gregory's Fusion Flex Pro system. This grants load support and stability through 2 aluminum stays, an anti-barreling horizontal stay, and an integrated frame sheet. The back panel is built of molded EVA foam, and the harness automatically flexes to move with the user. The pre-curved hip belt is designed to move with you and conform to the shape of the user. The aluminum stays and the lid of this pack can be completely removed for even more minimalist, lightweight carry. Loads of features line this pack, including a dual-layer laminated front panel for crampons, ice tools, or snowshoes. The compression straps can help cinch down a smaller load and also double as ski or snowboard lash straps. There's a removable bivy pad for alpine or mountaineering use, and there are attachments on the belt to use with a mountaineering sled. Let's take a more in-depth look at the Gregory Denali 75. The pack is constructed with 210D and 420D nylon ripstop fabrics, so it is still a lightweight fabric, but it is very durable and abrasion resistant. The bottom, however, is reinforced with a 630 high density nylon, so you get really heavy reinforcement on the bottom of the pack, so when you set it down, pick it up, set it down again and again, it's really gonna help that to hold up over time. This pack has a really nice beefy suspension system, and that's how it's gonna maintain comfort with a heavy load. It's using Gregory's Fusion Flex Pro suspension system. It is a very fully featured suspension system. We've got 2 aluminum vertical stays from the top that bring the load all the way down into the hips. There is an horizontal anti-barreling stay in there, so you get that to stabilize the load. And there is an integrated frame sheet, so that's also gonna help to stabilize that weight. The back panel here is a molded EVA back panel, and it is very thick, very well padded. And you can see that there's no real mesh here or anything like that. That's designed for those snowy adventures, so snow has nowhere to build up or kind of get caked into. You've got a really smooth panel. It'll help to shed that snow and that ice. The harness is an auto adjust harness, so each shoulder strap will adjust individually. So it'll automatically adjust to the user, it'll work with the user, and it'll move with the user. So it'll provide a really good amount of comfort throughout a long, hard hike. The hip belt is an auto cant hip belt as well. So it is individually flexible. It'll move with the user again. It'll still transfer that load to the hips comfortably, but it'll allow for a lot of movement, a lot of mobility and flex with that hip belt. It is pre-curved, and it is a unisex pack, so it is designed to fit a wide range of different users. Some neat features about that suspension system: those 2 aluminum stays can actually be completely removed, so if you have a lighter load or if you don't need that extra support, you can take those stays out and you can leave them at home. There's also a removable bivy pad inside the back panel of this pack. So in the main pack body, there's a sleeve, and that bivy pad rests there. It acts as an extra padding for the back panel here, but you can simply take that out if you don't need it, or use it as that bivy pad, as a knee pad, or just to sit on when you're in the mountains. So some extra convenience in that aspect. There are a number of features right on the hip belt with this pack that make it really great for those mountaineering expeditions. You've got a small hip belt pocket that's great for some emergency items if you need it. But on the right side here, we've got a gear loop. That's a great place to clip some extra carabiners, some ice tools if you need that, or just some emergency cord. And there's also a slot in that hip belt for an ice tool holder, so a little ice clip carabiner. You can slide that right in there, have your ice screws ready, at the ready for when you need them. There's also some loops at the back side of the hip belt that are gonna allow you to attach a mountaineering sled. So for those really big expeditions, you can easily attach a sled to this pack comfortably so it rests right around the hips, so it doesn't add any unnecessary pressure. I'm gonna turn the pack back around now and take a look at how we access all of the contents. So this is a top loading pack. The main access point for the pack is through the top. You have a really spacious lid on the pack. You do have some additional storage on that lid, but if you don't need the lid, you can take it off and leave it at home. It's really easy to do that. You've got 2 buckles on the front, you've got 2 buckles on the back, and you do have an additional strap on the back as well. And that will let you simply take the hood off and leave it at home if you need to. There are 2 pockets in that lid if you want to use them, but otherwise you don't need it if you don't want it. The pack is accessed through a large top collar. You've actually got 2 collars on the pack. So you've got the main collar here, and then you've got an extendable spindrift collar above that. So it'll actually allow you to overstuff the pack if you need to get that full capacity. So it's really convenient. It adds a lot of extra space and a lot of extra organization if you choose to use it. There's also a side entry point on the pack. So on one of the sides of the pack, you have a large vertical zipper, and that will allow you to get into the side of the pack quickly and easily to access some of those middle contents if you need them. There's no bottom access on this pack, so there's no sleeping bag compartment on the pack. That allows for a lot of extra durability, and it keeps it a lot more streamlined down low. So keep that in mind with the Denali 75. Some other features that make this pack ski or mountaineering specific: the front panel here is heavily reinforced, so you can lash some snowshoes to the front, some crampons, and that material is very abrasion resistant. It can certainly hold up to those items. We have a slot down low for some ice axes if you choose to use those there, and you've got gear loops as well, and Velcro loops to tie those off right at the top of the pack. We've got upper and lower compression, and those compression straps can extend around the front of the pack to act as ski or snowboard lash straps. So it's really easy to bring those straps around the front of the pack to lash down some of those items. We also have dual bottle holders or gear pockets on either side. So at the bottom, right under that bottom compression strap, there's an extended pocket. You can store a water bottle there if you choose to, or some additional gear. Those pockets are fairly large. And on the side, instead of having another access point, we've got a small pocket. That's a great place for small maps, some emergency items, things you just want to have quick access to on the outside of the pack. Finally, for some additional gear lashing, you have a lot of options. On the front, you've got a ton of loops here to lash some additional gear if you need to. You've got a couple loops down at the bottom of the pack to attach some extra gear. And on the shoulder straps as well, there are some extra daisy chains, so you can certainly lash even more gear there if you choose to. It is a hydration compatible pack. There is a hydration sleeve inside, but a reservoir is not included, so you would have to purchase that separately. There's a sleeve on the inside, you can hang that, and there is a port on the back here where that tube can come out. Keep in mind that if you're using it for serious alpine use, you might want to have an insulated tube. Those would be sold separately as well. Overall, it's super heavy duty, it's really rugged, holds a lot of weight comfortably, and is great for mountaineering and alpine expeditions. It's the Gregory Denali 75.
Thanks for watching. If you have any additional questions about the gear that you just saw, feel free to visit backcountryedge.com to get in touch with me or one of our other gear specialists. We have detailed product descriptions and specs, and often for a lot of our products, we have additional bonus videos. And if you like what we do here on YouTube, please subscribe.